So in this video I want to explain why getting perfect color in your paintings is not important at all. I see a lot of times with my students, they feel like if I can just get my colors perfect everywhere, that my painting will be great. And actually, it's not so much important that you get your colors right, but it's important that you get your values right. So let me explain. If we take a look at this landscape here, and I'm going to show it to you in all these different forms. So I can show it to you as this is the original. This one here has a purple shift to it. This one here has a bluish shift to it. And this one here has an orange shift to it. And then this is back to the original. So, everybody out there might actually like a different one of these. Some people might like the orange one more. Some people might like the purple one more. So it really doesn't matter that much about whether you get your colors perfect or not. You might decide in the end when you've finished a painting that you don't like the color or that it's too blue and you want to shift the color. And you can always play with your color after you're finished, so that even if you get your color wrong in the first place, after you correct it, that can oftentimes look even better than if you would have gotten it perfect the first time. So if you look at this painting that Sargent painted, and if you look into the woods here, you'll notice all these parts where he's put in all this orange, both in the shadow and also in the highlights. And he's just decided that after he painted these woods that they needed to be shifted toward the orange, so he put in some little orange flicks in there. And you can do that with anything. And when you do that, you get this sort of dynamic of color where you have, this variation, and that variation is typically very appealing and looks good in a painting. So if you get your color wrong and then you fix it, that can often look better because you have this sort of variation and it's not just monochromatic color. So the reason I really want to make this video is because a lot of times, if you're trying to mix your colors and you're matching your colors from your photo or from life, to match the color perfectly can take 10 times longer than getting the color, say, 95% right. So don't spend too much energy trying to nail the color perfectly, but when you paint, definitely you want to think about putting your values in right. If you look at this still life here, and then we zoom in on this fruit here in the corner, if I switch the center fruit's value, it just, looks completely out of place. And so that's why the values are so important, because your things will look almost pasted on or they don't belong. And if you're getting your values wrong everywhere, it just doesn't even look realistic. So getting your values right is really important. And even your values, you don't have to get them dead perfect. But if you're doing your color checker and you're diligently checking your colors, getting your values right is where your focus needs to be, and not so much on getting your color perfectly. Well, thank you so much for watching. I always want to remind people, in the description of this video are links to all the videos where I teach how to oil paint. And it's everything you need to know: how to do the penciling, how to do your color mixing, and how to do your painting once you've mixed your colors. And those links to those videos are in the description of this video. If you want to take private classes from me here in Austin or online, just email me at mark@drawmixpaint.com and I'll send you information about my classes. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.